Hello everyone. Yesterday the developers ninja patched in the last two police cars into the police vehicle dealership. Them being the Hot Rod Hoop 1 police circuit spec and the Nissan Skyline GTR police street spec, which you see me driving here. So that begs a question, what's next with the crew? I actually got asked this, what the future of the game is, and honestly I don't have an answer for that. I'm just as curious as everybody else on that question, but I can give you my thoughts on what will most likely happen with the game. Now keep in mind my thoughts will not necessarily be accurate, but I'm pretty sure they'll be pretty close, judging by what the developers, what Ubi Moshi Moshi said about the crew and its future on the forums. So with that, let's jump right into the video. The crew's gotten quite a few additions over the past 2.5 years. And these last two police cars will most likely be the last content edition, apart from the 3 stickers that will be released on June 12th. So that pretty much means the game is basically going to be left running on its own, with maybe a few bug fixes in the future, but that's about it. The developers will most likely focus on the Crew 2 starting now. I know a lot of people will be annoyed by this, and everybody hoped that it will be happening sooner rather than later, but come on guys, this day was most likely going to come. So don't get too annoyed about this. The game was eventually going to die, but like I said, most of us were hoping that it would be later rather than sooner. But from what I can see, the Crew 2 will be a change for the better with the series, because let's face it, the game's already on the verge of being barely playable. As we saw with the launch of the Calling All Units update, which was delayed by about 12 hours for reasons that it was causing developers problems with game stability. So it basically goes to show that the game's engine is basically at the limit of what it can handle in terms of adding more to the code. There's only so much that the code can just handle, and they pretty much reached the limit as to that. So is there anything else? That's pretty much all I'd like to say with that. But, I mean, they could just make a whole new game engine for the crew, but that just wouldn't be worth it in the end. From what I could see, creating a brand new game engine that works with the current assets would take way too long, and it would just be a waste of time. During that time that they make the brand new game engine for the crew, they could actually make a whole entire brand new game, which is pretty much what they've decided to do. And this is not to anger anybody or whatever, but pretty much the reason why I'm pretty sure they also kind of decided to make a sequel of the crew is because most of the gaming community already sees the crew as a failure. And it has a really bad reputation because it had a rather bad launch. The game just wasn't that good at the start. I mean, they improved upon it, but players still hated on it. They kept bashing Ivory Tower for trying something different, something new, and then failing to deliver quality content. Well, honestly, they're kind of right about that, but they shouldn't have been too hard on them, to be completely honest, because Ivory Tower is a new studio. They're still learning, they're still trying to do what they can do to make the game good. Because this is based on real life experiences, by the way. Someone who has a lot of experiences in a certain field will obviously do a lot better than someone who's basically got little to no experience in that field as well. Like, take for example, you have a complete novice try and fix, I don't know, a diesel engine. Let's take, for example, a big diesel train engine. Try and fix that. Chances are the novice is going to break something and screw something up in the end and cause more damage. But the person who actually knows what they're doing with that diesel engine will most likely make it work absolutely perfect. Unless that diesel engine is basically to the point of being completely broken and just, yeah, useless. And the professional will also be able to notice that as well. The novice will not be able to notice something like that. But yeah, I think you get what I'm saying. The developers of Ivory Tower got bashed too much just for trying something different and just overall trying their best to make something good, but just not really succeeding too well in doing it. I understand they should have put more effort into it, but I'm pretty sure they did, and they just didn't really know that something like this would happen. I honestly don't know what's going on with Ivory Tower, but that's just my thoughts on that. You can agree or disagree. So yeah. But yeah, and of course, I also forgot to mention that the game's also pretty stale right now. By adding more and more content to it, by adding more content to the current game, well, let's just say that people like me are gonna get bored with the game rather quickly. So they just added another major update that added some features to the game, like the calling all units update, added some cards, added a few features. I'd be getting to the point of just playing the game for a little while, getting everything, and I was like, yeah, this is so much fun. Now what do I do? That's basically what the crew is right now. Most people just have nothing to do with it, so they thought, time for a fresh start. Let's make something new for our fans, and yeah, pretty much. And I know, like I said, I know a lot of you are gonna be upset about this, very annoyed and upset about this. I myself am upset and annoyed about this, but just be glad that the developer supported the game for this long with all the content updates. Because Project Cars and Need for Speed 2015/2016 were left to rot with major problems in their code, and they will most likely never get those problems fixed because the developers of those games have already moved on to something else. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Regardless, I have high hopes for the series in the future. I can't wait to see what the developers have been working on with their latest project, and I am for sure very interested to see what the Crew 2 will bring to the table at E3 2017. And with all of that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.